Okay, well, right now the gun is unloaded, as you can see. Clip. And cocked back. Now, obviously, you're going to want to start with closing the chamber. We don't need that right now. Just set off to the side. Now, you're going to notice, you're going to see a silver little pin right there. And you're going to want to pop that out. And when you get the gun brand new, it's not going to be silver, it's going to be painted over black. It's only silver because I've driven the screwdriver over it so many times. You have the safety on so that way you can get that out of there quickly, or get a screwdriver in there so you can punch it out. And now you're going to notice right here, you're going to want to push that in. Now I know it's not going to give any, it's because the pin's against it. But trust me, when you push that in, it's going to help you a lot to get that little pin out there. Because you're going to push on it, you're going to think, man, this is not supposed to come out. It is. Don't worry. So right now we're going to take that out. Take a screwdriver, just simple small head screwdriver. Just push. Now the screwdriver's only going to get it out so far. You can see it's already started to come out just a little bit. This is where we take just a normal pair. You can use needle nose pliers. I use these because I feel like we get a better grip on it. Just gonna grab it. So now we'll put this on there. And that's a little pin that holds it in there. Set that off to the side here. You're gonna notice this right here popped out a little. See how I mean when I helped you out? That slides just come right off. Now the reason this popped out a little is because the compression spring, the piston spring, and the slide spring are holding it forward. And right there, you see that little hole right there? That right there is where that little pin went through, aligning it. Put that all right there. Now we don't need this right now, so we're just going to set it up to the side so we have plenty of room to work here. You gotta notice two different things here. You gotta notice there's your piston spring, main spring, which I like to call it, and your slide spring. Now this, don't tamper with this. And this, I mean, you can if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it because you don't really need it for anything unless you want like a stiffer recoil when you cock the gun. I don't care. It's your gun. Do whatever the heck you want with it. First things first, you're going to pull that. It's going to pull back a little bit. Pull it back. Just keep that out of the way. It's right here. I'm going to grab it by that. Pull it out. Now here you have just the main slide. Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated. Now right here you got your barrel. Now my gun does not have the orange tip on it because I took it off, and when I took it off I realized that orange tip was actually the only thing that held the plastic outer barrel together. So what I did is I took a little bit of duct tape, I put it around here, excuse me, put it around here to keep that together, and so far it shoots the same. I mean, you can't see the duct tape when the slides down, so you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, it works for me. That spring just comes right off there. There's your recoil spring, nice and springy. And your barrel, that's gonna have a little bit of wobble on it. Don't worry about that. It's no biggie. It's cheap, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. You can see there's a little, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see a little metal barrel in there. Now that's not a high quality kind of metal or anything, nothing special or fancy or nothing like that, just cheap ass metal. They put in there to make it look good and possibly shoot a little better. But this right here, you'll probably notice if you mess with the gun as much as I do, that your little slide cover moves a little bit. And that's just because it's on two little springs here. That's about it. Now, it does make it a lot easier to clean the barrel with cleaning it on jamming rod. I'll just quickly show you. You can get all the way out through there and push all that crap out of there. Now, I would probably start this end so that way you don't push all the stuff into the internals. That's a quick way to clean it thoroughly. Here you have your piston and your launch pad for the BB. Notice this right here, it's like a plasticky, rubbery kind of thing. It works. Like I said, cheap gun, so obviously nothing fancy. So take that apart so you can just be there. You have your main piston spring. Now this thing, it's an okay spring. It's the firmness is okay on it. I mean, I've clocked this thing at about 230, 200 FPS. I mean, it's an old gun, so I don't think it's going to be pushing that anymore. So, I mean, it shoots a 25 gram BB, hard enough to about 30 yards for someone to leave a welt on someone. So, that's all I'm really looking for. There's your spring right there. And this right here, this goes in the back of the spring. And this, see the little notches right there. You can see it here. Let me use this again. So two little notches right there. That holds this piece right here in place. What that does is that inserts right there. That locks in right there. So, in case you're wondering what that's for, yes, you do need that, so don't lose it. That's basically the main breakdown of the gun, and then you get to more detailed stuff. There's another pin right there you can take out to mess with the trigger pull and all that, just in case something in here breaks that you think you can fix. There you go. Take out that little black pin right there. Pushes right through. Goes right there to your, right in there to your trigger. All your trigger casing here. Trigger internals. Fun little stuff. And then right there is your magazine release. And also, this right here. See, there's a little hole in that right there. That right there fits right into that. So that way that compression spring, that spring has something to have some leverage against, or not leverage. Something to press against, that way it can recoil. Press back. Can't talk today. Don't know why. Well, yeah, that's takedown. Now we're gonna put it back together. My favorite part. I'm not going to talk so much this time because I've already taken it apart, and putting it back together should be more self-explanatory than ever, so I don't need to talk to y'all. Bear with me, my battery is currently dying.